no, don't tell me we're going to have despair now. I know Deku and Cowl would lose, but are you telling me it's really going to be an possessing ability, just like before? What kind of despair awaits us next? The Angry Anime Fan, the Despair Reviewer, here with Boku no Hero Academia Chapter 210. And well, either way, All Might has contacted Gran Trino and actually asked question about those verses, especially since Deku mentioned that that the first talked to him. So, but that actually makes Gran Trino remember something from an old mind of his geezer. On to the match, Deku is the one who is going ahead as planned, and although a lot of people do say that their formation is similar to Bakugo's team and balance is similar, however, Deku have to move a lot faster than Bakugo. As he moves through the face, he sees someone throwing stuff at him, and then he says Momokun, who begins to show his taunting self. It's very widely hinted that he copied Shinso's quirk, and therefore, if Deku talks back to him, then he can control him. It's very likely that it's that way. So, he begins to taunt him with different words. Of course, Deku is a little bit smart, so he doesn't respond. However, it's worth noting that the words that Monoma says are actually harsh even for him. Granted, this all could just be because of his taunting. After all, if Deku was his old self, then he would immediately have responded to this one, but he's for now holding it in. And that is because he's feeling that and even Deku notices that one screaming "ah" was Shinso. So and then the most thing is that he says, or his harshest words is when he talked with Shinso. He said, "Those who are blessed in the world fall the hardest." And then so he asks, "How can you think Bakugo can smile so confidently? Especially since he's the reason for the symbol of peace demise." If you all remember, I mean, I hate Bakugo, but even I felt a little stir in my chest maybe when Bakugo cried because he honestly blamed himself for All Might's retirement. Although All Might never said it was his fault, Bakugo, for all of his arrogance, did consider himself the reason for that retirement. And the strange thing is, no one has actually blamed Bakugo for that. So it makes sense that Momoma would be the one to do that. But again, this could all just be to agitate Deku. If you knew that before, then who knows? Either way, the gang managed to actually get some ways off Shinso because, well, they're staying close to each other and also looking at each other when they're talking because was Shinso. And by using his grapefruit lines, he actually Mineta managed to track down that someone is attacking, and indeed they are all Class B are all attacking all at once, showing their different quirks, including Twin Impact, Size, and Poltergeist. In fact, these three are attacking at all. It's very likely Shinso is in the shadows and then waiting to possess one to take over. I found that pretty cowardly. Granted, his quirk is not meant for attacking, but still, that is very cowardly. So, also, it's worth noting that Janagi Riku, the ghost girl, for some reason have a man's voice in the anime, at least what I have heard of. I have no idea why. Apparently, but she is apparently still a she. Apparently, her poltergeist allows her to control things close by, similar to how a ghost possesses things. I guess that is why it gets its name, poltergeist. However, here's the thing. It says that she can only move one person at a time. Do not know what that means, but I guess it implies that she can move people, but just not much more. And then we get to Kodai Yu, the size girl. She can change things that touch her. It doesn't work on living things though. And here I actually have to say, wait. Isn't that a plot hole, or am I misunderstanding things here? Because I recall a scene in the anime. Granted, maybe the anime was the only scene that animated this, so maybe it's non-canon. The fact that you, Kodai, managed to even scare Bakugo and Todoroki by popping up with her head out from the ground. However, if I understood this size correctly, which I probably doesn't, it seems to imply that she can shrink things that she touch and then throw them, being the complete opposite of Mount Lady's abilities. And it says that she cannot shrink living things. Then why could she shrink herself? Or is it implying that she can shrink all living things except her? Because there are a lot of people have that ability though. And then finally, Shodai Ninrenkeki. Twin Impact. It's the only quirk I do not exactly understand. Something about he can recreate the previous attack at the exact same location. The second strike is several times stronger than the first one. I have no idea what that meant. But maybe that means that when someone throws whatever, he can suddenly manipulate it and fire them off, being twice as fast as before. So, well, Class A is in trouble. More ways than one, because then we're switching to the end of this chapter where Gran Torino saying that the words that a long time ago that that Nana Shimura said to Gran Torino a long time ago. They were patrolling together, and then she said, "Listen, Gran Torino, I had a weird dream last night. There was a man shrouded in black who appeared before me. He looked at me and said, that's not that time yet." And as we hear those words, suddenly big lightning, black lightning flashes out from Deku's gauntlet, destroying it, and saying this is an emergency because these black lightnings look remarkably similar to that of One for All, or All for One, I mean. So what is happening with the quirk One for All? Is it really true that All for One can access it? And in fact, the way that Nana Shimura said it, a man shrouded in black appeared before her. When we saw the flashback before, All for One was clad in black, and he has always been dressed in black as well. These lightnings look like thorns also, and they look way more powerful than other full Cowl than before. And it even destroyed Deku's gauntlet. So are you telling me Class A is gonna lose because Deku is losing control of his power? That time is not yet. What is that meant? Is this man shrouded in black an antagonist? Is this All for One? Or are you telling me it's a hidden power? More than that, why is he saying it's not that time yet? Is he implying that you cannot access that time yet? Or is he implying that now I can take control and that power can nurture? Who knows? All I know is that we need to be afraid. But you can give me your thoughts if you have any.